They say that your health is your wealth, but many times we get lost in the maze of how do I improve my health? So many options out there. The internet is just saturated, and we just don't know what's right and what's wrong, what's right and what's left. But we have here our health extraordinaire expert, Ken Smith. Thank you for being here today, Ken.
Ketty, thank you for allowing me to be here and talk with you and share the little that I know with everybody.
Oh, he says a little, but he knows a lot. So I'm Ketty Urbay, the owner and founder of Simply M The Movement. This is the Spotlight interview. I love to do these interviews because I want to share with all of you the amazing people that I've met along my journey. Ken is one of them for sure.
Nice of you.
Yes, you're such an inspiration. And in case you're wondering, Ken in 1 week is going to be 71 years young. And darling, you look fabulous.
Well, thank you. It's funny because I always say my role is to confront 40-year-olds that I go to bed every night expecting to wake up feeling better than they do.
There you go. There you go. He still has that competitive edge. And boy, does he, because he also runs barefoot.
Well, that was a unique thing. I'd been reading about how good it was to go barefoot, connect with nature, and how we didn't evolve in Nikes, we evolved barefoot, and it would affect our posture. And I hadn't run in decades because of my feet being trashed. So I started walking, I started feeling the ground, and I said, well, I can maybe jog a little bit, maybe I can run a little bit, and maybe I'll set a goal of running a mile. And then I did. And it started off at like 12 something, and then it was, I'll get it under 11, and then I'll get it under 10, and I did that recently, and then last week, I just blew everything off by about 42 seconds and ran a mile barefoot in 8 minutes and 38 seconds. And to me, it's not about what I did. For me, it's, I'm 70, and I'm looking to do new things. So many people my age, the lifespan is 80 to 85, but the health span is 63. And when people get to my age, they think it's all downhill.
Right.
And that's so unnecessary.
Yeah. And I love that comparison. I've never heard that before. The lifespan versus the health span. So in other words, you spend all that time from 60 something to maybe 80, going to the doctors, not doing much, thinking it's all over.
Yeah, everybody wants to have a financial plan. They want to retire with money. But if the only thing you can do is travel from doctor's office to doctor's office,
yeah, what's that about?
It's really depressing. So that's the exciting thing for me is people do not understand how much control they have over their health today, tomorrow, and for the rest of their lives. We really do control that.
Yeah, and for you, it was, and I always love a good pivot story, but you really pivoted and you had this kind of like realization, and these products we have here, which we're going to jump into, Shaklee, it really fired you up.
It did. And I was lucky. 38 years ago, I discovered these products. I had spent the first 32 years of my life on decongestants and antihistamines. I got every respiratory infection that came through town and was allergic to everything. And when I switched to using their non-toxic cleaning products and their vitamins, my health changed almost overnight. So I used to say it was no-brainer because how much different I felt. But now we know that long-term antihistamine use is connected to early onset dementia. So guess what? If I were on that route, I truly might not have a brain at all anyway.
Wow.
So it really made a huge difference. And I had a technology business for 30 years. And for a long time, I had been saying, I want to help people. I want to be on my mission to bring true wellness to the world. And this allowed me in 2017 to walk out of a business that I had been unhappy in for a long time. And it made it possible for me to do something different and to do what I wanted to do. And so I'm on a mission to help people take control of their health.
That's incredible. It's almost like it was like right under your nose all that time, and you just didn't even realize it, right? Until...
Absolutely. Well, I knew I wasn't happy, and I always said I wanted to do it. And then my wife used to be a green belt certified in process improvement. And she came up to help me make some changes in my office. And needless to say, that didn't go very well. And what didn't go well, it wasn't the part of working with my wife. It was nobody wanted to make the changes.
Right.
And so, this is where relationships are really important in life. My wife said, Ken, you need to get out of there. And I walked out after 30 years with my sanity, no debt, and nothing else.
There you go.
It's a new start. It was just, but I've been so much happier since.
That's amazing. And so Shaklee is something it's a product, it's a company that's been around for how long?
So Dr. Shaklee invented the multivitamin in 1915. He was born with tuberculosis. His parents were told he would die, but his mother was a master herbalist and nursed him back to health. He didn't walk till he was 4.
Wow.
He always spent his life looking at natural things. He started a clinic, did all the x-rays for the doctors and the chiropractors. The Mayo Clinic diagnosed him with terminal bone cancer and told him he would die. So he sold the clinic, went and lived on his organic farm and took all his own herbal products. Took about a year to detox. He spent the rest of his life doing natural nutrition, saying, all I ever did was listen to nature and pass it along. And he died in his 90s.
Oh my goodness.
Not bad for somebody who should have been dead twice before he was 25.
Definitely. Wow, that's a story. Okay.
So this company has a mission. And the mission is to live in harmony with nature and good health and bring true wellness to the world. It was also the first company in the world certified climate neutral, which is very important to me because I can never move to another planet. And I think we need to take care of this one.
Yeah.
So that's meaningful. I like being able to do something with my life that is not only helping other people, but is, we want a better, healthier planet. There's simple things we can do. Buy products from companies that do the right thing.
That do the right thing. That is so true, and we don't always know if they're doing the right thing. The same way that when we get on the internet, we don't know, like you've shared with me, what we're buying.
We do not. I have an education website. It's betterhealthin31days.com/Ken Smith. And there's webinars on everything, and one of them is recorded by Dr. David Colby from Mississippi State University, and he teaches supplement manufacture. And he said 80% of the powdered nutritional products sold on the internet are contaminated or adulterated. That means it's not a case of getting unlucky and finding something contaminated. It's you have to get really lucky to find something that's not. And the stuff sold in stores is the same stuff as is sold on the internet. There's no difference.
There's no difference. So can you give us that website again that you mentioned?
My education website is betterhealthin31days.com/Ken Smith.
I love that because getting educated is key. And speaking of which, we have these products here.
I brought a couple things just to show the evolution. So Dr. Shaklee invented the multivitamin. We had something called Vitally. I didn't bring that. And it's just a basic multivitamin, but it's the most proven multivitamin in the world. And so in 2004, Roger Barnett bought Shaklee, and he went to the University of California, Berkeley, and said, I want to find out if my products are actually making people healthy. We've got tons of research on products, but do they make a difference? And Dr. Gladys Block said, you don't want to do that. I have decades of data. Vitamins don't make a difference. But he told her to do the study anyway, and she came back and said, the results aren't good, they're not great, they're shocking. Massively improved health in the Shaklee population compared to populations of people who used multivitamins or didn't take any vitamins.
Right.
And she couldn't even find those populations old enough to compare. So they said, what's making those people healthy? And they developed what we call Vitalizer. Now, this is like stratified. It's aimed at groups of people, men, women, people over 50, right? At the same time, Roger had the science team, had half of it, so had over 30 people work for more than 3 years to develop an anti-aging product, which turns out to improve all the major pathways of aging. Mitochondrial function, inflammation, telomere and DNA shortening, affects all of those. So they added that together. They put it in our next product, which is called LifeStrip. This literally slows DNA deterioration by as much as 57%. That product, Olympic athletes know the difference. And our product users have over 151 metals. And then the latest evolution is we have something called meology. And I don't think you can see this, but you do an online assessment and it makes completely unique programs for everybody and then packages them up with your name on them.
Yeah, because I see that. It says, "Hi, Kenneth."
Yeah. And they made a version of it for kids because your kids don't want to take their vitamins, do they?
Right.
But they can customize them with their name and their own avatar, and it's theirs. And now
They get excited.
yes. And that's the thing. You have to make it easy. You know, there's a lot of things we can do for our health. You teach movement, and that's so important. If you don't move, you're going to fall apart.
Yeah.
But we need to get more sleep. How do you find the time? How do you change your diet when everybody else in your life is eating a certain way and they don't want you to change?
And they're resistant to change. Yeah. And we're
Everybody's-
like products of our environment.
So there is absolutely nothing simpler in the world than taking the first step, just picking one of these, even getting your own personal things, 10 minutes, and then you just add it. It's a step. We talked about doing new things.
Yes.
You keep talking to people about growth mindset. It's taking the first step. And the first step, just take your vitamins with your meal.
Yeah, because now all of a sudden you're like, I'm doing something healthy for myself. I'm doing something that's going to help me. I'm investing in myself. And then that leads to the next step and the next step and the next step. I really enjoyed this fun conversation we had the other day as well about like skincare, about like this beautiful covering that we have that we
You know, this is the largest organ in our body is the skin. And it's also the beginning of our immune system. But what happens? Everybody wants to look good. So they start going to a dermatologist, right? They do a chemical peel. Then they get some Botox.
Yeah, or
Then-
microdermabrasion or
And they get
whatever.
all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I'm not going to mention a name, but recently one of the big movie and music stars had gone to one of the award shows, and everybody's making fun of how she looks now on social media because she's a caricature of herself. Really, it's about having healthier skin.
Yes.
So they took all the study that went into the anti-aging, they put it into skincare. They've got a list of 2,500 chemicals that other companies will use in skincare that they won't use. And in 60 days, 2 of every 3 women lowered the age of their skin into a younger decade. So who doesn't want to look in the mirror
Oh boy.
and see
We just
10 years younger looking back? I got to admit, I use it. They tested it on women. It works on men.
Yeah, exactly. I think this might just go viral. Be like, wait, what? So there was like
But it's
somebody
great.
pumped the brakes and they rewinded that. So there's nothing better than that. But it's about the health, right? It's
And-
not about appearance. It's about really getting to the grain of it, to the root of it.
It's building a better structure.
Yeah.
It's having healthier cells. They look younger because they are younger. And that's the key, right? We live in a society of instant gratification, but you've talked to people about wealth. You don't build wealth you're not going to go out and one day win the lottery. You do it day by day. It's little habits leading to other things that make us feel better and build on the cycle of better.
I love it.
Enjoying it.
Thank you, Ken. Now let me ask you, so how is it that you support your clients that use these products? How do you just walk alongside them?
So I talk to my clients every month because I want to make sure how they're doing, how they feel, are they getting what they need. I'll help them get started. I'll go over their assessment if they want to do it or help them pick one of these. And I'm there for them. I can manage their accounts. They can log in. I have a website that people can go to and do this assessment. The easy way is go to kennethpsmith.com, kennethpsmith.com, and it'll take you right to my Shaklee website, and you can do the assessment. They can go in and they can monitor, change. We have over 400 products.
Yeah.
And it's all about living in harmony with nature, reducing your carbon footprint, and feeling better.
I'm feeling better. So everyone would have just a rainbow, just a wide array of colors, of options, and to really get excited about their health, about their nutrition.
Yes.
Yeah.
And getting the chemicals that are polluting our bodies and causing all kinds of issues, getting them out.
Exactly. Thank you,
Oh,
Ken.
thank you.
So this has just been a lovely conversation. Again, go to kennethpsmith.com, do your assessment, reach out to Ken. I mean, do I need to say more? Once again, you look amazing. Happy early birthday. 71 trips very soon around the sun and many more to come. Full of health, full of happiness.
Oh, thanks for letting me be here. I love what you do with people, and you inspire them to move and have fun doing it.
Thank you.
And that's the thing. The healthier you are, the more fun you're going to have, right?
That's right. And we've had a great time today. So remember, stay happy, stay positive, be blessed, and be a blessing. See you again soon. Bye for now.